And that's what we've continued to make teams do, force them to do. And obviously, so far, especially in SWAC games, we only given up 12 points a game so far, right? Because teams aren't able to just to do. And another thing is, I think Andrew Body's maturity is going to be tested in this game because he's an older quarterback now who, again, in Texas Southern, he probably wouldn't take those check downs that he's taking that now Marcus Harris is taking for 30, right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He probably try to force something, you know what I mean? And I still think in a couple of these games with Jackson, right, he did start to press a little bit. There's a couple plays that could have been made defensively, right, and turnovers that could have been had, right, that fell on the ground. But you don't see as much as when we saw him back at Texas Southern. But I think that's the key is he going to be able to stay patient? Because the defense our defense is definitely going to make Alabama State take their time to move down the field. And we tackle really well. So it's not going to be a lot of missed tackles like we saw in the Jackson game and like we saw in the Alabama A&M game, right? We're going to come up, we're going to make tackles, and they're going to have to go get the third down. They're going to have to go then 1-2 and going to have to make the third down. And that's another thing.
Third down, yeah.
We've been really good on third downs, right? So that's why I say it's really strength on strength. Like, is what they do well versus what we do well. And so that's why I'm going to really love. And so it really, honestly, the key really is probably going to be our offense versus their defense. I mean, I think that's going to be really huge is what is Alabama State defense? Are they able to, like you say, be bend, don't break? Because that's what our trouble has been, right? That's your strength versus our weakness, right? We've not been able to finish drives. You've been bending but not breaking, right? So, JB, let me get your keys to the game. Mr. Mickens, we get your keys to the game, then we go to Brandon as well.
I like what you said. You want to go ahead, Bill? Okay. I like what you said. Okay, about our defense being a key against you guys' offense. Our front has got to get to Cameron Peters. We got to get to your quarterback. And we did a pretty good job last week getting to the quarterback. But I like we have an opportunistic defense, meaning we can get turnovers if we have your quarterback under pressure. We got guys like Keon Lewis or Tayshawn Sims who will catch a pick. You know, we got guys who will force a fumble or things like that. Jaleel Lenore has been playing out of his mind at the linebacker position. So I've liked how far our defense has come. You know, between the first game and then let's say the Jackson State game, all the other games, our defense has been pretty stellar. Yeah, we gave up a lot of yards, Bethune. Everybody gonna say that, but the defense has been playing really, really solid. And turnovers is gonna be a key to me. Right?
Definitely.
I feel like, man, we gotta. Whoever wins that turnover battle in a game like this, where it's strength on strength, where it's Bama State's high power offense. And now I'm gonna go out on the limb and say we're not gonna score 50 points this week. We're not gonna score 50 points. All right. I would be surprised if we score 50 points. So if the game is like in the high 20s, low 30s, I don't know if PV can get up there, you know, unless we give you guys some extra possessions. If we give you guys some extra possessions, then yeah, you guys can capitalize on those. But I feel like for sure, I'm gonna count Andrew Body and our offense for sure for at least 30 points because Bama State has scored 30 points every game. At least 30 points every game.
If you score 30, I like your chances of winning. I just put it straight like that. If you score 30, I love your chances of winning. Mr. Mickens, man, what you got? Keys to the game.
Yeah, you took that right out my mouth. If they get, 30, 35 points, then I'm not sure I can see PV's offense getting that on the Alabama State defense. And also, depending on how you get the points, too. If you get turnovers, get a short field, that kind of thing, those are kind of things that could turn the game. We won't have any inclement weather, which kind of seems to favor PV for some reason. So it's going to be a nice day. So it won't be any excuse for the weather. But the key is going to be, it's not how many penalties, is where you get the penalties. That's the thing. A penalty that takes away a first down, or if you're on defense, a penalty that gives them a first down after you made a good stop. Those are the kind of things. And see, that's the thing, the way Andrew Body plays. I can see a penalty coming up with a face mask because he runs like a running back. So somebody really trying to get him can get a bad penalty, in that case, or some reverse thing that they do, and then we get caught like that. I do like whatever coach did with the kicking game. That's improved our chances because we were kicking it shallow and giving up big yardage on the kickoff. That seems to help us a lot. And like I said, the defense staying disciplined. Andrew Body takes advantage of misdirection, trap plays, jet sweeps, fake jet sweeps, stuff like that. And then those dump offs, like, kind of like how I saw Mahomes do last night. And like our quarterback did at Southern. We let the running back leak out and everybody was after him. But there was Bingham right there, and Bingham versus one of your defensive backs, that's not a good matchup. So, and I'd like to see if PV plays the way I know that they could play. We got some people back that's kind of been dinged up and missing. That's going to be key as well because, like I said, people haven't seen PV really play with all the people they had that at the same time available. Like a couple games where they said we struggled, McDowell wasn't available. So, and that changes your offense a lot when a 6'2", 225-pound running back can't play. That's a real big difference. Or you have a game where maybe Peters is a little dinged up and we have to go with the running quarterback. That kind of changes things too. So when they say we struggle, it's because, we had to make do. But what I do like about this team, you can't panic if PV is down at the half because what I haven't seen in a while at Prairie View is adjustments. This staff has analysts and people that are looking at things versus before we just kind of wing it and then we don't adjust. They're going to make adjustments and like Coach Dooley used to say, the scratch, or was it Bubba? Used to say they're going to scratch where it itch. So I think if we do a little of that, that's going to really help. But man, this game is going to be really close to call. I don't see it a blowout either way. But PV likes ugly games. So I would say anything below 30, I think PV has a chance of winning. Above 30, PV has a chance of losing, but I don't see it being losing by, 3 touchdowns or anything like that. It'll just be that we just couldn't score enough. Maybe something like a 35, 24, 35, 28, something like that. But that's what I kind of see the game coming down to. But if we could keep it to a 23-point game on their end, then PV could possibly eke that out, 28, 23 or something like that. It just depends on what we can do with their defense. What do you think, Brother Bale?
Bale, well, you get your keys to the game, man, and then we're gonna close it out with our predictions. You muted.
You on mute.
No, we can't hear you. You muted right now.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yep, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I unmuted it. It may be some on your end. I can't.
I can hear you now. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, it's a delay on my end. Okay. So my keys to the game is this, man. My keys to the game is us making Body uncomfortable. Making him uncomfortable in the pocket, make him have to think. When he doesn't have to think, he's gonna kill you any day of the week. But I think with our defense coordinator been throw different things at him and show him different looks he hadn't seen before, then I think that's gonna also be a big part of the success that we have when we start talking about the coaching staff. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but Body's right-handed, correct? I've been trying to look at some stuff, watching a little film, but I seen a couple of times in the film when you get him pressure to the side with his throwing arm, he doesn't really get a chance to really get off. So I think our coaches has already paid attention to that as well. One of the things that I also seen is, and it's just me conditioned to watch film, and I'm pretty sure our guys also is knowing when they're gonna run and when they're not gonna run. Because I seen a couple of times the receivers will basically let you know when Alabama State is gonna run the ball. And like I said, those are just things I look at, but making him uncomfortable in the pocket. Before I went off, before my phone got disconnected, we talked about the offense. Touched on that. I think our offense will be good to go this week. I think we'll be able to do some things and be able to get back to that running down here the way that we want to. Our offensive line has been good all year. Our quarterbacks have been playing well each week, and I think our coaching staff and also the players are up for the challenge. Um, I say we're 2 touchdown favorite just based upon our defense putting us in good positions and potentially have some turnovers and us scoring off those turnovers. So if we score off those turnovers, I think that also gives us an opportunity to be a 2 touchdown favorite based upon the mistakes. So, like I say, between us getting back, I didn't say get back to the basics, between us running downhill, taking what they give us, and taking advantage of the guys that we have on the outside, but also making Body think and put him in uncomfortable situations. I think that's what's gonna give us a nod. I don't take anything away from him. He's a damn good football player, but I got faith in my team as well that we're a damn good football team that we don't get credit for. So I'm excited about the matchup. But like I said, I'd take PV as 2 touchdown favorite. With the offense stepping up this week and scoring, but also with our defense getting a takeaway.
So I got these three things, right? One, and we already talked about it, right? Yards after catch. I mean, that's where Bama State kills you at the end of the day. They're gonna take what you give them, but they believe they can beat you when they take what you give them, right? And so, multiple games, you see the same thing happening, right? Yards at the catch. The reason Southern was in that game because they tackle very well. And so, again, you got to limit the yards at the catch. Number two, you got to contain body, right? Goes back to that T-set game with Grambling. You know, the defensive line, you could tell that first 2-3 quarters, it was clear that they were not rushing to get sacks, right? They were rushing to actually keep T-set in the pocket and make him throw the ball. I think something similar to that is probably going to be a part of the game plan here on defense, right, with Body, because he hurts you really outside the pocket. That's really where he hurts you. Let's be clear. Body inside the pocket, you got a chance to rally and make some plays, right? Because it's on time, right? It's basically in scheme of the game. You know what I mean? You can make some plays, probably get out the field. What he really hurts you is actually when you get out the pocket. And when the receivers keep moving, and listen, they got telepathy or something because they know exactly what spots to be in a lot of times in order to really make some big plays. And they really hurt you when you lose them, right? When Body moves around. So you really want to contain them and not allow them to get out the pocket as much, right? And when he gets out, we've done a good job so far with running quarterbacks of having a spy on them and really, we got some guys that can move with some speed really being able to get to the QB and forcing them then either to pull it down or throw the ball away, right? And so again, that's a battle within the battle right there of that linebacker right against Body and how many times they can get him on the ground or get him to go ahead and get the ball away, and how many times he can get some extra yardage, right? That maybe they shouldn't have got there. So that's going to be a key to this game. Talking about the defense. We talked about getting pressure on our QB. One thing we've done so far really good is keeping our QB upright. Right now, we're the number one team in the SWAC as far as sacks allowed. Only allowing 5 sacks so far this season, right? And that's through 7 games. So that means, right, we've not allowed people to get to Cam Peters or to Tevin Carter. So they've had time to throw, which is why we've been able to move the ball through the air majority of the time. Our issue has been penalties most of the time. And then also sacks. We've been able to get to the quarterback even though we only got 3 down, right? And that's one thing we were worried about early in the year, right, was, man, can we get to QBs? We've been able to do that pretty well. 15 sacks so far, multiple tackles for loss. So when we do go, I think we'll get home. And I will say, the last thing I say, again, finish drives with scores, right? So that's on special teams as well, right? We've had some missed kicks in some games that have been able to put games into 2-score games, for example, that kept it at 1 score, that allows teams to stay in games, things like that. Bama State seems like they have a kicker that's pretty good, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, if they go down and get a score on field goal and we go down and miss one, man, that's some you can't make up for stuff like that. So we're gonna have to finish drives with scores, whether that's field goals or whether that's touchdowns. We just need to put points on the board. And the last thing I say is, man, I'm really interested to see what this defense means. I'm not gonna lie, because that Southern game, I keep saying it. We didn't blitz at all that Southern game. It was as if we was like, hey, listen, we know that we can beat you this way, and we just gonna stick with the vanilla, right? And make you make plays. But I've seen this defense at different times show some stuff to quarterbacks that'll make you feel like, man, where did this guy come from, right? And so I think this is probably going to be the game where we really see a lot of exotic stuff that I think Coach Anderson has been saving for big games like this, right? Other times when we feel like, hey, man, we can just beat you just kind of playing straight up. He's played that way, right? We've not brought pressure when we didn't feel we need pressure, right? We stopped the run. We just going to stop the run. You third and long, we're just going to rally and tackle, right? But when those couple games where we need to bring pressure, like UTRGV, when we started to say, hey, man, we're going to have to start doing something a little different, man, some of the stuff they started doing was real interesting. So I'm interested to see how they bring some pressure against Alabama State and how Andrew Body answers that, right? He's going to make some plays, right? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you can make one more than he makes, I think you're in a good position. So, man, let's give our score predictions, man. And then we're going to get out of here, man. We appreciate you, JB, for coming and jumping on, represent Big Bama State. You know what I'm saying? As they take on Big TV. But
ain't no problem, bro.
Yeah, I think, can you mute your, because I think you got feedback coming through and it's playing. So if you can mute your whatever it's coming out of, because we hear. But JB, man, what's your score prediction?
Man, shouts out to my guy Alvin Moore. I saw in the chat. He took my score prediction. I'm going to go ahead and give it to y'all. 35-21 Bama State. There it is right there. That's why I say 14. It could be 24. I don't know if y'all kicker, you say he done missed some kicks. Bama State does have good field goal kicking at a certain range. But I just feel like I don't see us not scoring at least 30. We haven't scored less than 30 all season long. And you guys do have the best defense in the SWAC. I'm going to give you that credit. We got to go. It's hostile environment, playing in PV. Andrew hasn't beat PV yet. He's going to beat him on Saturday.
Good reminder for everybody. He ain't beat PV yet. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Mickens, what you got?
I see this one. I think somebody else had it out there. I'm looking at, in the famous words of LSG, Keith Sweat and Levert and Johnny Gill, my body all over your body. So, I don't see the 30. I don't see the 30.
Hey, put it on with it. Put it on the sign, yo. Put it on the sign. My body.
Lord have mercy.
Put it on the sign. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was good.
I got to go with that one. 28-24 PV.
Okay. Hey, Bill, what you got, man? That was hilarious. I know he on the delay, so.
PV by 2 touchdowns. It don't matter.
It don't matter the points. It's just 2 touchdowns. I got you.
Don't matter. 14-0. Even.
14-0. I take it. Right. So this would be the best PV team we've
2 touchdowns.
Is ready to take on the challenge and silence some people. That's what Jared said. Yeah, I think they're ready too, man. They know it's a big one. I love how they've been locking in, doing just focus on one game at a time, right? Again, that's what you want for championship teams. Focus on one game at a time. Good thing, man, is listen. We're not worried about all the scenarios because at the end of the day, we came here to host a SWAC championship game. And thanks to the G-men, we got a chance to do that, right? Listen, we got a chance. Listen, this game is huge, y'all. Bama State got to win this game to stay in this race because, first of all, Jackson got to lose another game. Now, I think I'm with I think Ezra in here. I think they got a shot because, man, Morgan going down is huge, right? So I think they got a chance of losing the game. But listen, Bama State got to win out, bro. So this game is so huge. And for Prairie View, this game is just as huge. I don't think people looking at it as only Bama State is got the pressure. I don't think so because I really think PV is recognizing like, hey, we came and said we wanted to do something specific. It wasn't just we wanted to play and win the SWAC championship. We wanted to host it on the hill. And I keep saying, if you host this game, bro, you talking about $1 million into this program because that's basically how much you're gonna make off of hosting this game at home, right? You basically playing for $1 million, bro. That's what you're playing for, right? Maybe if it's at Jackson, maybe that's 1.8 or 2 mil, right? It's a little bit different there. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, if Bama State hosted, that may be 1.5 mil. My point is, bro,
they're a little bigger.
This game is bro. It's like you playing for $1 million right now. And JB, you talking about being in the NIL space? You probably talking about playing for some money that actually could go in your pocket right now. Actually,
thank you.
For real.
Yeah.
This is for real. Because that money that come into your program, and then think about if you host the game and then you win the SWAC championship, right? And so that means you're gonna get Celebration Bowl money. You're gonna get a meal from the Celebration Bowl. So whoever program gets it done over this, that's why I love what it is right now, right? Everybody got some loss. Well, probably we ain't lost yet, right? But everybody got a chance. It's like that right now, man. So listen, it's a game that is one of them right now, and that's why I don't think there's gonna be no big. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game myself, right?
9-6
because when you get to them times,
9-6 again.
when it's the championship fights in the rounds, man, you'll see boxers come out and just start unloading. Bruh, I know you got power. You know I got power too. Let's not play. Let's not play like that. Because you run up on me, you're gonna get knocked out. If I run up on you, you're gonna get knocked out. That's what championship game boxing matches is like that. So them first couple rounds, we really feeling each other out. I think this gonna be one of them games, just like that Jackson Bama State game was like, man, listen, that was one of the ones. I think this is gonna be the same. I ain't gonna lie. It's just gonna be more on the defensive side of things than the offensive side of things. I got it 23-16. Now I know some people gonna look and say, man, nah, bro. I already told y'all. I don't think that's why I think, listen, 23, 24 points is that's exactly what Bama State want to be. If they get there, yeah, they might walk away with this victory. Because if they get to 30, I think they're gonna win.
Yeah, they get to 30, it's a problem.
30, right? Because I think, like they say, dragging the phone booth, that's what we want to do. We want to slow it down. You ain't gonna get that many possessions. This ain't gonna be Alabama. You ain't gonna get the ball back a whole bunch of times. We're not gonna turn the ball over, and you're not gonna get that many chances with it. So do with it what you will. Right. So I got it 23-16 because I just really believe this defense is better than a lot of people are giving it credit to be. You know what I'm saying? And if Alabama State wins, I think it's gonna be like the reverse, like a 23-16 Alabama State. I just don't see it getting no crazier than that. It's gonna be one of them knockout drag out fights. But that's what I got, man. So, Bill, you want to say
tug of war though? Yeah. It's a Lionel. This is gonna be the battle of two Qs wrestling at the Q picnic.
That's true.
So they're gonna be tussling.
Alvin Moore said, "I miss the PVs to the old '90s. That's the PV I listen to." Yeah, you ain't listen. You ain't. This ain't the PV you ain't gonna like this PV because it's the PV that's gonna throw some blows with you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Bill. You ain't gonna like this PV because it's the PV that's gonna throw some blows with you.
I think Bill played.
Hey man, look. Hey, I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to see some good football. It seems that we're gonna get some good weather. And I'm more excited about the challenge for my fan base that's coming out here so that we can put our best foot forward and show these guys some support. We got a beautiful facility to show off. We're gonna have some guys that will be hosting that'll be on a visit this game. So it's a lot at stake, it's a lot at stake. And I'm pretty sure some of those guys that's on the sideline that's coming on visits where we are, we're pretty sure being recruited also probably by Alabama State. So between the recruits being on the sideline and just the overall atmosphere, man, I'm excited. Some good football gonna be played. Like I said, man, this is one of those games that you know most people didn't circle on their schedule, but this is one of those games that you're gonna get. I think somebody's gonna show up. Somebody's gonna be to make that big play. I just hope that our guys, I ain't gonna say I hope, I know our guys will be the one that make a play. It's just a matter of who. So we got a resilient bunch. We've been in some tight games. I think we built for this. Coach got them where they need to be. And I think we locked in and focused, man. I haven't seen nothing on social media. And guys are locked in and ready to go. So yeah, man. I look, if you're coming out here, you come get something to eat. We'll have a good time, man, and talk a little trash, but at the end of the day, it's all love.
Hey man, JB man, let them know where they can find you. I know you also gonna be doing a preview tomorrow, huh?
Yes, sir. If you want to join me tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna be on tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. Sports Talking with JB, the YouTube channel. Go hit the subscribe. Black and Gold Show every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central. I'm gonna do the recap show on Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Central. And I'm locked in. I won't be at the game, but I'll be locked in. And y'all stay tapped in with me. I'll be at the press conference tomorrow asking Coach Eddie some questions in the morning.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all show him some love. Go jump on over there and go and give him a like and a subscribe as well. Hey, listen, he good people. So on Sunday, y'all ain't gotta mess with him on Sunday. He good people. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Just let him experience the loss in peace. Okay, you know what I mean?
We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate
but
on
everybody
Sunday,
else though. But all these other people out here, y'all make sure y'all get in the business and let them know what they said. Because they talking about 3 scores and all this crazy stuff.
I'm gonna sleep good.
I just don't see it. He said he gonna sleep. I know you're gonna sleep good.
I'm gonna sleep good. Yeah.
All my best sleeps came after I cried. Listen, all of them. But with that said, man, we appreciate y'all for jumping on the show and coming on. Hey, listen, tomorrow we got the PV Nation podcast, and you already know how them brothers break it down, man. But listen, the first thing I just appreciate we was talking football today. Listen, people weren't talking their feelings. Now, y'all can disagree with our predictions. Y'all can disagree with JB predictions. But at least we talk football. At least we gave some reasons for why we believe what's about to happen is about to happen, right? He gave reasons for why he think they're 2-touchdown favorite. Belden gave you reasons why he think it's 14. I told you I think it's a phone booth, and I gave my reasons. We ain't out here just talking and just saying stuff just to say stuff, all right? We talking football. Ain't no feelings, all right? Ain't no feelings. It's football, and we giving our analysis, all right? So again, we appreciate all y'all for jumping on with us, man. And now we let the chips fall where they may, and we're gonna enjoy.
Hey, Lionel, quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
So if PV wins, won't that mess up our initial prediction? PV and Alabama State in the SWAC championship.
Man, so no, what messed up that prediction
what
messed up that prediction was them not scoring on the 2-yard line. That has absolutely nothing to do with me because that prediction was fire. My prediction was good. My prediction was good. They didn't score on the 2-yard line. They got to deal with that themselves.
Oh, okay? That's right. Yeah, they messed you up.
One thing I know is this, right? I already know whatever happened this weekend, I'm still have a chance to win the SWAC championship. That's all I know. Okay, you feel me? So now they got to deal with what they got to deal with. Now it was lined up for them. It was there. It was right there. It was right.
It's still lined up.
What'd you say, JB?
It's still lined up.
That was gonna be a great one, right? Bama State coming to Prairie View for the championship game would have been great. But hey, listen, now we got to take who. But first, I don't even know who coming out the East. Let's be clear. I have no idea at this point, right? Because listen, y'all keep acting like FAMU ain't 2-1 and ain't been putting up 400 plus yards these last 2 games. So I mean, I don't care who they playing. You put up 400 plus yards on offense, you need to stop and listen and pay attention. Okay, so I don't care what y'all talking about. At the end of the day, I don't know who coming out the East right now at this point, right? Because Jackson ain't even playing with their first string quarterback. They got a freshman third string. And at the end of the day, he didn't look good. But man, somebody gonna show him some stuff he ain't seen before.
Well, Lionel, before we check out, Lionel.
Go ahead.
If FAM beats Jackson State this week, and we
That's
beat y'all, guess who's in the driver's seat for the SWAC?
No. It's y'all, right? And y'all will be at that point the host at that point because y'all
because we already beat FAM.
Yeah. And y'all beat Bethune too.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's gonna be trouble.
That's trouble right there.
It is what it is, right? So and we haven't talked about it, right? But listen, I also think Alcorn gonna be Texas Southern this week, even though I still had Texas Southern finish second. They still probably finish second. I think they're actually gonna get cooked this week. I'm just gonna put that out there too. But with that said, man, listen, the one thing I love before we go, the one thing I hated when Jackson won at Alabama State. I don't care. By the way, I don't care. I don't hate Jackson State or nothing. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care who comes out. I keep saying, you think I care who come out the East? I don't care who we play for the championship. I don't care if Valley is there to play the championship. It don't matter to me. I just want to win the thing. Okay. But the reason I hated it was because even if we won out, we had no say so in whether we hosted the championship or not. We had no, because we don't play them. You see what I'm saying? That's really why I wanted Alabama State to win. Because listen, now if they win, hey, listen, let me shake your hand, right? Because at least I had my shot. I had a chance on the field to determine what it should be, right?
True.
I would have not even had a chance if they, you know what I'm saying, if they wouldn't have lost the game, we wouldn't even had a chance to make our own, to decide our fate. Now we get to decide our fate, right? You know what I'm saying? And so we got to deal with it. We got to deal with a body to determine that, right? But listen, my body all over your body. I'll holler at y'all.